Hi, it's Tim at Ticky Boom. In today's tutorial, we're going to go over how to do this in Framer. For the first step, what I've done ahead of time is I've set the type sizes and I've set up a wrapper within the desktop primary wrapper here. Basically, this is just for the tutorial for us to be able to, possibly center align text a little bit easier. It just gives us a canvas to work with. So the first thing we are going to do is we're going to set our type. So we're going to have the type, since it's going to be 2 lines, we're going to have it set up to be in 2 rows, and we're going to have it be broken up into 4 sections, so 4 chunks of type. So I will go ahead and do this. I got to learn how to spell. There we go, saucy. And we're going to set this to the H1. All right. And then let's go ahead and copy this. Saucy sauce. Okay. And we're going to have this saucy sauce be set to the H2 but H1. And this is essentially basically helping us with SEO. So we're going to have H1 sizing, but 4 times. And for SEO, we don't want to have more than one H1. So we just set an H2 with the styling of the H1. Okay, so we have saucy sauce. So what I'm going to do is within this hero headline wrapper, I'm going to do a frame. I'm just going to go ahead and draw it. And we're going to call this one row 1. Okay, so I'm going to put saucy and I'm going to put sauce inside of this. So in this row, we're going to make it fit content and fit content. Okay, good. We're going to go ahead and take off the fill, and we're going to set it to be stacking from left to right. But let's refine it a bit. So if I go to saucy, click on the H1, I'm going to set the line height. So I want to get it to where it's like right at the edges that we can here. And then I'm going to go to saucy sauce and I'm going to make it the 0.9 as well. Okay, this is just going to help us with making sure that we have our spacing pretty well done here. Okay, so let's make sure this top row right here is set to overflow hidden. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the gap. I'm going to make it just a little bit more. You can do it to your taste. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this row. I'm going to go ahead and Command C and Command V it. And we're going to go ahead and now have our second row. So we're going to go ahead and change this to is so saucy. There we go. Now for this last saucy, we're going to go ahead and set it to our back slant back there. And as you can tell, the spacing changed. So we're going to go ahead and edit and set it to the same line height. Boom. There we go. Now we got some really cool stuff here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to set the color. I'm just going to go ahead and give it the pink. All right. Saucy sauce is so saucy. We are ready to go ahead and animate this. Animating this is pretty easy. So as you can tell here, we have our rows set up. I'm actually going to name this row 2. And what we're going to do is we're going to take each one of these text blocks and we're going to animate them. And we're going to do a global animation. That way we can go ahead and set up our animation and then we're going to stagger it. So with everything selected, so saucy sauce is so saucy is selected. We're going to go ahead and go to effects and we're going to do an appear effect. What we're going to do is we're going to have a fade in and we're going to go ahead and go to the effect. So it's going to start at 0 opacity. And what we're going to do is we're going to say everything, I want you to start by being pushed down 60 pixels. And what that's going to do is it's going to take all of our text, set it to start at 60 pixels below its starting point. And because we set this frame to overflow hidden, it's going to look like it's cutting in. Isn't that cool? So we're going to go to transition and we're going to go ease out. And we're going to do, I'm going to do like, let's start with 0.5. We're going to do a delay of 0.2, and I'm going to go ahead and edit this right here just a little bit, just to kind of give it a little bit of a custom ease, and there we go. So let's go ahead and exit and see what this looks like. Ah, you see that? That is nice. So now what we're going to do is we're going to find this even more. So because we did a global animation, now we can go ahead and select, let's say we want this sauce to come in like just a little bit after. So we go back into our little animation properties here and we go to 0.3 delay. So let's see what that looks like. Yeah, so it comes in just right after it. So now you know probably what's happening next. We come over here to is so. We come into the effect and we're gonna go 0.4, and then saucy is going to be, you guessed it, 0.5. And let's see now what that looks like. Yummy. And that's a wrap. I hope this technique has inspired you to add a little bit of saucy sauce to your framer animations. Check out our Insta at TikiBoom Design. We do some design experiments around our tutorials, so follow us for some added inspiration. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and get notified. We drop new content every Monday. As always, your friend in design, Tim at TikiBoom. Bye!